Hey everybody, one of the Relic Blade Catacombs of Kural adventure. We're on to mission 3, so this is the third after the sort of like being dumped into this labyrinth of dungeons adventure. It's scenario 3 as well, Oil Slick Specters. So we're into some weird eyeball ghosts. They're patrolling a hall full of this like magical ooze that we have to navigate after getting just like an absolutely savage kicking from the Ogsul clan members in the last room. We barely made it out of like the entry. Almost got murdered by a whole bunch of like lizard hounds and an iron wrecker and a bunch of like clan soldiers. And now we got to make it past some eyeball monsters, some magical eyeball monsters. So I'll show you the table, show you the current state of the 4 adventurers, and we'll get this underway. So here we are set up for scenario 3, Oil Slick Specters. Now blade oil is the common item that we'll be able to find in this one. And the current state of my adventurers is not great. The Ready Heiress, though he's got a magic ring, a noxious bomb, and optimized armor, is half dead. And it's not looking good for him healing. He just needs to run through this one if he can. While the Bounty Huntress is still wounded, as is the Berserker. The Iguana Marauder, however, who's become like my de facto leader, is doing pretty great. Learned some combat superiority. So always rolling an extra damage dice and adding the bonus die. And discarding the lowest result. So 2 dice pick the highest for damage is pretty incredible ability. Combat Spirit is amazing. So we have a new bad guy in this one, a Spectral Eye of Ogarath. These things are immune to non-magical attacks. We have to have magic weapons to hurt them. They have a 10-inch range Eldritch Bolt that's pretty horrifying. And if they're damaged, though, enemies within 2 suffer poison. So we don't want to splash them when they're too nearby. These things are pretty dangerous. They are 2 actions with a 5 move and 1 defense if we do manage to hit them. So hopefully we're going to be able to dip our stuff in our weapons in blade oil for an action. So Oil Slick Specters is a damp room spreads deep into the darkness. The humid air thrummed with the rhythmic sound of heavy liquid plopping to the floor. Reflections rippled outwards, revealing a floor entirely covered in a strange oil. An unnatural shift twisted the air as sinister forms drifted lazily in the haze. For a brief instant, eldritch energy crackled to reveal the faint outline of the exit at the far end of the chamber. 1 large room, 1 small room, 1 long room, and 2 small platforms on top. Place the blade oil upgrade to the side for reference, and refer to the map to set up 2 Eye of Ogarath, so 1 by the door, and 1 in this corner. So by the door, and then over here in this corner. Oil's up here. All of my heroes will deploy over at this end. Special rule is an oil slicked floor at the beginning of the recovery phase. Non-disabled player characters without a dodge token slip in the oil and suffer a +0 attack and stagger D3 inches. Characters on platforms will not slip. So if I get up top, like high, I don't have to have a dodge. And then collect blade oil. Characters can claim a blade oil upgrade by spending an AD. Just have to like wipe our weapons basically on the floor. And then finally locked exit. The door can be opened by performing the scenario action. Ranged attacks. When enemies with ranged attacks are triggered to charge, they will focus shoot instead. So anybody here who could shoot, which would be both the Eyes of Ogarath, will focus shoot when they would charge. So going near the entrance, the important models here are going to be my shooters, which is going to be the Bounty Hunter and the Iguan, because they can both actually just dip their weapons and shoot these guys. Particularly feel like getting poisoned. So let's start with turn 1. I say we go with the Bounty Huntress. She's going to 5. Ready for action. Activate as normal. Just move 3. These things are only an inch tall, so she can just move up onto it. Second AD, she's just going to magic oil equip her weapon. They are single use. They don't appear to have a... They are an action. I think we just focus dodge as our last activation and hope for the best. The action icon, so I do believe they cost an action to use. All right, Berserker, let's hit it. How do you do? A 2. Attack. 1 random monster triggers. If there is no monsters in the area, spawn an Eye of Ogarath and it triggers. All right, so 1 to 3, 4 to 6. 1 to 3, so this one. If unengaged, within 2 bonus, AD and charge the nearest character. So it's going to focus shoot. So it's going to focus shoot the nearest character, which is going to be the Bounty Huntress. It will hit on a 4. It's range 10. Focusing and shooting. That's a hit. So it is +3 damage. She is armor +2. She just laughs it off. Lasers for you, and no need to use a dodge. So now the Berserker can activate. He is going to go 3. Do I just charge it? I guess I could. I could just go 3, 6. So pick up a thing, pick up an item, or a blade oil rather, but then I'll be poisoned. I'm not going to bother. I'm going to go 3, 6 to here. I will pick up this blade oil, and I will dodge. I have to pick up that blade oil. Yeah, I will pick up the blade oil, and I'll dodge. Blade oil, it's a Raven Brooch. Raven Brooch. May reroll a single die while its activation for attack or defense. Use only. All right, and he's dodged. So next activation, we'll do the Ready Heiress. On a 4, that'll be Predicament. Check to see if the monster's the activating character slipped in oil. 1 random monster triggers slipped in oil. If the activating character did not have a dodge token, they stagger D3 inches. So we do. D3 stagger. That's going to be 3 inches this way. So random monster triggers with bonus 180 to dodge. If engaged, if unengaged, with a 280 to charge the nearest character to the exit. So that means a random monster will shoot the nearest character to the exit. 1 to 3 will be this one again. So it's going to focus shoot. Cover, however, so +1 to his armor stat. Oops, just 1. Roll to hit. That is a 4, so it does hit. And then same thing to try and dodge. So he'll have a 4 goes to 6. That's a 7, so 1 damage. The Berserker. His dodge token, because he does not want to lose anything. So let's go with the Ready Heiress. He's now moved forward slightly. He collided with terrain, so I believe he loses an action die. He just ends his movement when he collides with something. So colliding with that wall would end his movement. So then he's going to grab some blade oil. He's going to apply it, and then he's going to charge. So this thing's an inch, which means he can just clear it. He's going to go 3 to here. He has a 1-inch engagement. He's just going to stab this thing. So that was his 3rd AP. He's going to hit on a 4+. I kill this eyeball. No. Then he'll dodge. And that was his... Oh, no, he was -1 to hit. So he actually hit on a 3+, but he still rolled a 1. A Ogre. So you're going to dodge for your last one. And then it's a Guan. 4. So a random... He will stagger, sorry. And staggers just to the edge of this and stops. Random monster activates 1 to 3, 4 to 6. So 4 to 6 is this one. And it shoots the thing closest to the door. And so, actually, the closest door was over here again. So he's going to move. Oh, and he's going to focus shoot. Can he see? Once again, there'll be cover because this is in the way. So focus shoot on a 4. Hits. Blue Dice's armor. +1. That's going to be a 6 to a 7. Again, the Hellhound Berserker is okay. And that means the Iguan can go. We'll pick up a blade oil. He will move up onto this. And then he will blast this guy. Apply the blade oil, though. Never mind. He will dodge. He'll just move again to here, and then he'll dodge. All right, end phase. We have a dodge token. We have a dodge token. So nobody's taking any damage from being slipping and falling in the oil. Downed, so it is a new turn. Everybody's still alive. Nobody got poisoned, which is sweet. And I think the Ready Heiress is going to go first. No, he's got to dodge. The Bounty Huntress is going to go first. So what happens? Activation. She activates his action. She is going to load her crossbow with blade oil. Second action, she is going to fire at this eyeball. She needs double 2s because she's an awesome shooter. And she hits it, crits it. It's only armor 1, and this attack is magical this turn. Okay. 4 to a 2, it's still 2 damage. Takes it down to 1. Last action, she'll just dodge. All right, second action, we'll go with the Iguan. We get a 4, which means one of these guys activates. And he will slip in oil, so he's going to stagger D3. He staggers backwards to here and stops. 1 to 3, 4 to 6. So this one shoots the person close to the exit, which is the Berserker again. So focus shooting on a 4, hits. He gets the armor bonus because he is in cover and laughs it off. That's a 6 to a 7. Iguan's going to go. He's going to apply his blade oil. He is going to step forward to here. No, he's going to stay where he is. He's going to apply his blade oil. He's going to shoot this eyeball. On a 5, because of the blade oil, cranks it. All right, so armor 1 against damage 3. That's a 7 to a 5. It's fine. He's got combat superiority when rolling damage dice. Yeah, he gets a 7 as well and does nothing. Last AP, he'll just move back up to the corner and be done on him this turn. Oh, sorry, did I not activate these 2 guys last turn? I don't think I did. They moved towards and attacked the furthest enemy. So he would have moved up here and shot the Bounty Huntress. And missed. Moved towards the Hellhound and shot it as well on a 4. and missed. Change any of those shots and stuff like that. Might have changed him being in the open, but he rolled high enough that the cover was irrelevant to his making his armor roll. So now we're rolling for the Iguan. No, we did the Iguan. We did the Bounty Hunter. Let's do the Hellhound. What happens? 4. So 1 to 3, 4 to 6. Sorry, does he fall down first? Because he might accidentally engage. He goes 1 inch or 5 inches backwards and stops at the edge. And 1 to 3, 4 to 6 to who activates? It's going to be this guy. He's going to focus shoot the Hellhound again. Hits. 3 to armor 2. There is cover in the way, but it is relevant because that's a 3 to a 3 that ties. If it didn't, he had a dodge. He could just spend it at the start of his activation anyway, and then I would beat it. So he gets to go now. He's going to 1 AP pick up a blade oil. 2nd AP use the blade oil. 3rd AP, I think we just start moving. I think we go charge like that. On a 2+. Oh my god. And then last AP we do it again. Blade oil's on a 2+. Oh, you suck, buddy. Raven Brooch. I'm gonna re-roll that. Oh my god. He's gonna get poisoned because he's on the ground now. Garrus gets to just go. Alright, well, pick up a blade oil, use a blade oil, walk 3, walk 3. We'll have to charge this guy. We'll walk 3 to here, and we'll stab the guy engaging. So I would just be on our first one, I guess, because we were there. We could just walk to there and do it, and get our free action. On a 2, or 3 actually, we crit still, which is nice, because now it's +4 and magical. I think this thing just ceases to exist. That's a +6, 7. That's a 4. It's now disabled. Delightfully so. And then he's got 1 AP left. He will walk to here and just menace this guy. He'll dodge. What am I thinking? He'll dodge so that he doesn't get poisoned. That's way smarter. The round, the Hellhound gets poisoned because he doesn't have a dodge token because he sucks. And then he also staggers because he slips and falls like an idiot. 2 inches backwards. Ah! Rescued by the ogre. He feels like a real dumb. So now this guy gets to go. Sorry, I keep forgetting to actually have the monster activate because it activates so often. He'll focus shoot the dwarf again before he moves. He'll hit, and the dwarf's still in cover, and doesn't need it, just laughs it off because apparently he's immune to 1 of these eyeballs. It's round 3. Dwarf's poison's only got 3. The Iguan's got his full 4 because he was on a platform. Ready Earth had a dodge, so he's got his full 4. And then the Bounty Huntress also full 4. Okay, well, this is the turn, I think. On to the next platform. So we'll go with the Ready Eris. Big dice roll. 4, so he's gonna end up shooting. Does the slip forward or backwards? Backwards 2. May end up being not a problem though. Because we are going to get shot, and it's the dwarf again, because he's the closest to the exit. And he misses, oh my god, focus. Oh, does that slime come back to life? It does not. He gets to go. He picks up a blade oil. He uses a blade oil. He moves 3. He moves 3 again and charges with his 1 inch reach. Hit on a 3 with that big spear. Sure does. And that's going to be a +3 against the +1. Oh my god. 4 to 6. How about that? I mean, we're not engaging either because we couldn't quite get the movement. So next activation is, let's say, the Hellhound. 3 is going to be predicament again, so he staggers. How will we stagger towards? He's going to go 2 inches this way. Blade oil, use a blade oil, charge. Poison, so why not? He hits on a 2+ with this stupid axe. Sure does. And then just beat the armor. You sure do. So you kill him good. It's everybody else. The Iguan gets to go with no problems, so I guess we pick up a blade oil, we use a blade oil. We move 3, and then we move 6, and we're not quite in charge range, I don't think. Where's my actual 3-inch gauge? There we go. Move 3, which puts us there. We move 3, it's super close. I don't think we actually get in. But we're on the platform. And then we go with the Bounty Huntress. What does she activate? Maybe nothing? Maybe everything? 3? No, so it's going to be this guy again. So does she slip and fall? She sure probably will. She's going to go 5 inches backwards and bang into this. Close to the exit will be the Ready Eris. So it's a focus shoot. Cranks him. Damage 2. Or armor 2, sorry. That's a 3 to a 6. It's 4 damage. Down he goes. Stupid ogre. Always getting beat up. Those ones with his armor, though. Slightly better. Still 3 damage. Enough to take him down. I'll use my Fave Weave. So it only takes 1 damage. I'll glance. I'll just use it. So he's got 2 left. I need to not die. He can reroll ones for his armor because of his optimized... Oh, I could have just magic ringed, actually. I don't even need to do that. I can get rid of that glance, and I could use my magic ring and burn it for a dodge and use an extra d6 instead. It ends up being the same thing. No, I will use my glance and take no damage. I'll do that instead, because otherwise I'd be down to 2, or 1 and I'd be crippled. It's just failing me all over the place today. Okay, well, pick up a thing, use a thing, focus, shoot the stupid eyeball. Shoot the stupid eyeball. On a 4. 3, actually, and we hit. +1, come on, Bounty Huntress. 2 to 2. Well, you do 2 damage, it's down to 1. 2 to 4, and it's still alive, which means it gets to activate, move towards the furthest model. It can't. I guess it can, no, it can't. It just stays there. It shoots her, because she's the furthest away. So, 4+, hits, and I think that's a crit. Yep, +5 damage against the Bounty Huntress. She's +1. She gets a 5 to a 8. So that's going to be 3 damage. She is crippled and almost dead. That is turn. We almost lost everybody this last goop. Oh my god, turn 4. No one needs to recover in the recovery phase. So let's put out our actions. The Hellhound's already poisoned. Everybody else on a platform. So we get 4 actions on all them. Hellhound gets 3. Ready, Eris? I need you to just obliterate this guy. Pick up a blade oil, use a blade oil, hit with the thing. We hit, it's plus, not enough, 6 to 6. On a 3, we do, that's a crit this time, so it's +6 to +1. Yeah, that's enough to definitely down that guy. And then you will move dodge, because why not? Move 3 over to here, and then dodge for your last action so you don't get poisoned. Next one, it's a 4. Predicament, we slip. We just go to the edge and stop. Actually did the ogre slip. I can't actually remember what he rolled. He rolled a 4, so he slipped as well. He slipped that way and stopped anyway, so it didn't actually matter to his activation. So he slips but does nothing. We are going to move. So a 3 followed by a 3. We will attempt to open the door. It doesn't matter if we attempt, we'll just focus open the door. On a 5. We fail. We're gonna get poisoned at the end of the round, sweet. Berserker. You've only got 3 AP, so you're just gonna move. Pick up blade oil, move. This is gonna pick up a blade oil, and then move 3, move 3, move 3. Did this thing recover, actually? No, it does not. And then everybody's poisoned now, including the Marauder. Sorry, did the Bounty Huntress trigger anything? On a 6, she was just ready for action. So then round 5. Oh, this guy takes a damage. I forgot they actually take damage 0s when they're on the ground too. He has a dodge, so he's okay. The Iguana takes a damage 0 hit. And he's fine. So scatters 1 inch this way. This is a dodge, so he doesn't care. But Iguana only gets 3 actions this turn. We will roll to activate. We're fine. The Iguana's just going to move. He's going to pick up a blade oil. He's going to move. He's going to attempt to open the door on a 5. He's going to dodge, actually. He's going to move dodge. He doesn't take the hit. He's going to pick up a blade oil. He's going to move. And he's going to dodge. And then he's going to attempt to open the door. 5. Nope. We will use a blade oil, take a swing. Sorry, use a blade oil, take a swing on a 2. We hit. We just obliterate this thing. We'll move, pick a blade oil dodge if we didn't already have one. I think we already have one though, because we didn't use it. Right, what happens to her? She trips. Which direction does she trip? Into the edge she can't go through, so she just stops. End of the round, everybody has a dodge except for the Berserker, who's on a platform, so he doesn't have to make any rolls. And then new round, round 6, we just open the door and leave. We will focus open the door with the Guan. We sure do. He picks up a blade oil if he didn't have one and then walks off. So everybody's got a blade oil right now. Sorry, let's see what happens. Ready RS3. He slips in the blade oil, goes through the door, and then picks up a thing and leaves. The bounty huntress. We didn't roll any ambushes. This is amazing. She just picks up blade oil and leaves. Berserker. No problems. Picks up blade oil and leaves. The smoothest any of these have gone, and still the eyeballs almost killed one of us. We had to use a Fate Weave for glance and also burn this guy's magic rig. Well, the ogre heals to 2. We will heal rest with the bounty huntress. We'll heal and be fully healed on the iguan still. Treasure! We get Inner Mastery. One special ability becomes difficulty -1. Think we'll Inner Mastery Tactician because it lets her move around dodge tokens, and that's super handy. Or we could Shield Wall. No, he already has a skill, so it's going to have to go over here. He doesn't have any special abilities that require dice roll, so it's totally useless on him. Rewards, recover 1 health, draw an upgrade from the upgrade pack, and then take a short rest, and then draw a card from the encounter deck to proceed in the dark. All right, so our final encounter, where we face the clan chieftain on our way out of here, is going to be the Corrosive Vial. The Corroded Chamber, Scenario 5. And as we've already painted up our clan chieftain, he'll be our automatic boss encounter, and we'll go over how that works in the next episode.
So there we go, the adventurers escaping from the oil slick catacomb with lots of blade oil into the final encounter. It's a pretty good, like, first turn grab, like where we can just kind of blitz with our weapons and all be magical for our final showdown. And we'll be back with that one in 2 weeks as we enter the final chamber and escape from the catacombs of Kural. Nobody's feeling great. Everybody except for the iguana is carrying injuries. But we've got some pretty cool upgrades, and everybody having blade oil is pretty nice as well. I regret not having a healer of any kind in my warband, I'll be honest with you. And the clans of Ogsul are proving to be incredibly formidable. Luckily, this feels like the end stretch, and while that was a dangerous little bit of dungeon, we were able to navigate it and take kind of a breather before our final encounter. So big thanks for watching. We'll see you for more Relic Blade. Till then, I'm Ash. Hey there, I hope you enjoyed that video. There are tons of other games already recorded for you to watch. Click over to my channel page if you haven't already, and have a look through the dozens of playlists full of videos. I guarantee you'll discover a game you haven't seen played before. I put out new videos 7 days a week, and every day is themed to a different genre as I continue to explore the wider world of gaming. Of course, none of that's possible without you, the viewer, so click a like and subscribe if you'd like to stay on top of what's happening here daily. My 2 kids and I are massively grateful to be able to have the flexibility of this job so I can always maximize my time with them. If you want to support me continue to put out this content, it's only possible because of my amazing backers on Patreon who support the studio, equipment, and model cost, as well as being how I make the bulk of my living. You can also help out by buying a t-shirt through Spreadshirt, a measuring gauge or widget from Death Ray Designs, or buying one of my games and supplements like Last Days, Game of Wolves, and Blaster. As a way of showing my appreciation, patrons get early access to new games and supplements that I write throughout the course of the year. Huge thanks for watching, it really does help out, and happy gaming.